So we're here with our buddy Marcus right here. I'm gonna pop his YouTube link here. And this is what he says, for all of us in Da Nang, this is the spot that you guys should leave if you leave Da Nang to come to the An Thuong area, correct?
Yes, correct. Northern Nha Trang, this is probably the equivalent of An Thuong.
So guys, my first initial impression is, it is a little bit far. It's about a 15-minute in-drive ride away, or about an hour and 10-minute walk. Now you are near the beach, but it is a completely separate beach, it looks like. It was kind of separated, we had to cross a bridge. Now the first thing I notice is a moon milk, big thumbs up for that. There's all these towers, but I think the biggest takeaway is you are far from where you guys have seen us before.
This is probably the best comparison that you will find for An Thuong in Nha Trang.
In Nha Trang, okay. Yep. So he wants to show us a couple of places here.
Popular one here, and the 24/7 one is like probably 20 seconds walk from here. So it's got everything. It's got your clothes, your snorkels. It's a grocery sort of place. So tons of things. And the prices are really good here, with the exception of ciabatta bread, which has gone up in price.
We were just discussing ciabatta bread.
But yeah, it's just a great place. It's got everything you need.
So what do you mostly get here? Do you get meats here, or is this snacks, or what do you get here?
I go to Moon Milk because it's more local. Not more local, it's more international. This meat here is more local. So I get the imported stuff from like Australia and things.
Okay.
But for here, everything else, anything that's not meat or like Parmesan cheese, I'll get it at Moon Milk. And this is great. So they make pre-food. So they'll make food every day, every morning, and it's always different. So you can always get good deals. So this one, shrimp, I know you're not a big seafood person, but 38, so 30% off that.
A pasta.
So it's probably going to be like a bit over $1. Sushi, this one's 60K.
So for us back in the USA, this is kind of popular. Like if we go to a Safeway or a Rayleigh's, grocery stores, they'll always have the pre-made stuff. You don't usually see this in Vietnam though.
No. This is the first time I've ever actually seen it. And there's 3 of these stores in this small area, and they've all got different stuff typically.
Why do you think that is? Catering to certain customers?
Yeah, I think so, because it's a good way, especially if things are going off as well, they've got another day or two, they'll put it on and they'll put a sale onto it just to get rid of it rather than
That's what USA does. Yeah, I'm just kind of surprised that Vietnam, rest of the places don't do that.
Yeah. So to me, this is great if you're lazy and you just want to come down at 3 a.m. and just grab something.
This is very California style.
And this is the Napoleon building, which a lot of my friends live in. It's very cheap. That building is extremely cheap.
It's kind of like this is a gated community without being gated.
Correct.
But instead of a gated apartment place, it's a gated business place.
Yeah, it's like there's businesses going around that whole back as well.
I got a question. So why do they have this here and this is not a common thing throughout Vietnam?
I'm not sure. I love it. It's great. It's like you got the Comtown place. This is the friendliest guy that works there. 30K for, that's what you like.
If I can't find something in a city, that's my go-to.
Yeah, it's really good.
Crazy stuff or stuff I don't know, that's just my go-to.
And this is the equivalent of our market. It's so cheap. Like, it's insanely cheap.
So this will be the equivalent to like your produce. So it's kind of like, this is a built-in community, I kind of call it.
Most people live here, but there are hotels. So there's this one, this is a hotel. So there's a lot of tourists that come to this one, and then up to the 12th floor of most of these is basically short-term living as well.
So the higher buildings are the apartments?
Yeah, so above 12th floor.
Above 12. Okay, and then what kind of price range could people look for to stay at a place like this?
So we've got one on the 14th floor that looks at the beach just around the corner here. That is 7 million. But what you're looking at?
1 or 2 bedroom?
2 bedroom, 2 bathroom, beach view. What they normally do here is 3-month contracts. Yeah. That is very common. They will push for 6 months. I wouldn't go for it. They'll drop it.
1 month of security.
Yeah, pretty much. But here, there's always at least 20 or 30 apartments on the market, so you can definitely negotiate here.
Okay, so there will be stuff available.
So the higher you go, of course, probably the higher ones, the very top ones with a beach view, I'd say about very top forward-facing beach, probably about 14, 15 million.
14 billion, okay.
And then the lowest would go down to about 6. If you get a landlord, like we're going to see if we can get one for 4 million.
Wow, and the same building?
This building here, 7th floor, looking at the beach.
Got it. So as little as 4 million. 4 million.
That's dealing with the landlord
is like
specifically.
180 bucks, something.
Yes,
something like
it's
that.
insane.
Have you got your electricity bill yet?
Yes. So it is. So per kilowatt, it is either 1,800. No, it's 2,800.
What do you normally spend in a month, you think?
Oh, I spend a lot because we have aircon on 24/7. So I'd probably say about 1.5, 1.6.
1.5 million. So about
Computers, aircons, blaring.
so about $60 US, you're saying. And you guys cook too?
Yes, we cook a lot.
Okay, so 60 bucks, and he's considering that a lot of usage. So 60 bucks.
Pretty much as excessive as it gets.
Okay, so that's still not that bad though. 60 bucks, and you have all the ACs running?
1 or 2, depending on where we are. So
we're kind of the same. We leave the bedroom AC on 24 hours. We don't really run anything else, no other of the ACs, but we do cook, and we do kind of keep TVs and stuff like that on.
Yeah, same with us.
We have ours included in our rent, but I think I've glanced at our electricity, and it's never peaked 1.3 million.
Really?
And actually, I think there's something wrong. Hopefully our landlord isn't watching, but sometimes we get a bill, and like I said, I don't pay it, but she has me retrieve the paperwork, and it's like 300,000, 400,000. I have no clue how. I don't know how that is, but I don't say anything because we don't pay it.
Yeah, they don't pay it, so it doesn't matter.
I don't care, but I've always wanted to know what people pay because we've never physically paid it, and I'm always curious about what that is.
Yeah.
So that's a good price. Now, what about Western places, like Western restaurants?
Yeah, sure.
Western places that are in this area?
So in terms of food?
Yes.
Food, okay, so you can look behind you here. So this is like a little food trucks. There's about 5 of them here, and there's more of them over here. So there's a Georgian restaurant, Georgian the country.
Yep.
There's a pancake place.
Okay.
There's pancakes. And then you've got these ones, which are, I think they're more Russian style. Pulov place, which I believe is like a rice and like lamb and stuff.
Got it.
You've got tons of them here, right? And then you've also got, in terms of international foods, there is places all across down here. So you've got a burger place, which I can show you, and it is for a burger and fries with bacon, it will be 45K, I believe.
For both? For a burger and fries? Okay,
small fries, but still.
That's a good deal.
Burger, bacon. Without the bacon, it's 40,000. Chicken burgers about 45,000.
That's not even $2.
Pizzas here, I think they range, trying to remember, 100,000 to 200,000.
Got it.
You've got one down here on the beach, which is buy one, get one free at a specific time for 140,000 with pumpkin soup as well.
Got it.
Pumpkin soup. And there's tons of pizza places. There's places everywhere. So this is the equivalent of kind of like the Mian area, right? This is the local area, but there's fish and chips and burgers and stuff here.
And then you would say Russians are probably the ones that mostly live in this area?
Yes, it would be mainly Vietnamese, Russians, and Koreans are in the minority here. In the center, Koreans are probably the majority.
Okay, I thought it would have kind of been Russians, Koreans, then Vietnamese.
No, tons, like in my build, like they're everywhere. It's our neighbors are all Vietnamese, they're everywhere. There's a cute little place here. We still haven't gone in there, we've been meaning to go in there. This place opens up later on and it gets really busy. It's basically a seafood place though. But if you want the burger, it's just here. If you want to have a look at the burger place. People come here, this is very popular, this place.
Have you seen any Americans here?
No, I've seen lots of Germans, French.
But Americans apparently don't know or don't come here.
English community just doesn't know about this place.
How did you find out about it?
Basically how I worked it out was the sentence I kept hearing, I was looking for better options than Da Nang. And then I came across Nha Trang and I asked everyone, right, about it. And everyone said, Russians live there and it's too expensive. And I've lived in Montenegro, in different places where they live, and that sentence doesn't make sense because they always have the best deals.
Right.
So then I looked into it, and then we were doing the problem that you've come across. In the center, it's expensive. And then we just came across this place by accident. We're looking around, and then we're like, this is where they all live. And that's the big, big win.
Are any of you planning a trip to Da Nang in the next 60 days? Well, book a free 30-minute video consultation with me to get all the information you need to settle in smoothly. During this call, I'll provide personalized advice and answer any of the questions you have about traveling or living in Da Nang. So don't hesitate to book your free consultation today. The link is in the description below. Can I get one cowboy?
No, we didn't even notice.
The one beef?
Just saw it now.
One melon Yakult?
Yeah.
The melon?
Yeah, melon. Yeah.
And one Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
So everyone knows about this place, except for the English speakers, the only people that don't know about this area at all. So they're picking up, but it's cheaper, more expensive. This is slower paced lifestyle than in the center. There's a nice beach, it's calm, it's quiet. So it depends on what you want. I would always recommend come here, and if you want to go to the center, get an in-drive, 45,000, go to the center, have your fun and come back.
So guys, we just finished up with our lunch. We're walking out. We are gonna go take a look at the beach. Marcus said the beach is very nice. And everything seems rosy, but there is kind of one thing that I've noticed and Marcus has noticed. Kind of the downside for some of you guys, especially the budget guys or people that don't want to take a flight visa run. There is a bus visa run option here, but can you kind of explain and elaborate on that?
Yeah, so the great thing is it's $120. The downside is it's 23 hours on bus. So you're going to need to work out if you value the time, your time, or the money more. That's what you're going to have to work out. You can also do a flight if you want to take a holiday, but if you're budget conscious, that's probably not the right option. So that comes up to you to decide.
Yeah, so the flight visa option will be about double the price. Every 3 months. So you have to do a visa run every 3 months. So you have to decide, is double the price worth coming back on a flight going there and coming back? Or are you gonna do a sleeper bus for 23 hours? And you're going to do what now on your next visa run?
I am doing the bus run, and I'm gonna film it all so you guys can see if it's as miserable as I think it might be, or if it's okay. So my friend says it's not bad, but I'll see and I'll film and I'll show it to all of you.
So be on the lookout for that video. Marcus will hopefully get that up. When do you do your visa run?
2 months time.
In 2 months, okay.
Yes, 2 months.
So that'll be a little bit down the road, but he's gonna go show us this beach really quickly, and we're gonna take a look and compare the Da Nang beach to the Nha Trang beach. So my first reaction, guys, I could be wrong, but my first reaction here compared to Da Nang's beach is people are more active out here. Da Nang's beach, everyone sits there, they sit on the bench, they're sitting on the sand. I see a lot of kids out here running. I see people jumping into the water,
Walk on,
and everything like that. So it looks like it's a more active beach. But look, you got kids playing here. Now, I'm not saying that they don't do that in Da Nang, but it definitely looks more active.
This is more family orientated as well. You'll see families everywhere here. Everyone pretty much lives here.
And this is, how often do you come to this little part of the beach?
Probably 2-3 times. I go snorkeling. It's beautiful to snorkel. We snorkel out to the rocks over there and around the rocks.
Have you seen any sharks? That's my big
No, but there's tons of fish.
Oh, there's tons
fish
of fish
everywhere, yeah.
It's better than the dog, the dead dog.
Yeah,
that
the dead dog you came
wash
across.
up in Thuy Hua a couple days ago.
The biggest fish I've seen in here is about that big.
Wow.
Big, huge
You could have
fish.
grabbed dinner. Yeah. And how far is this exactly from your place?
My house is just there.
This building, right?
Yeah, it's right there. Like,
Okay.
You can actually see the balcony, it's right
So he's basically living where we live at Muang Phan. He's basically living there to how far we are from the beach.
Yeah. So we can see this spot, we see this whole section here. And it's kind of its own, this is why I said it feels like its own city. You don't see the center. You
Yeah.
can't see the center. It's just, what do you call it, like a cove?
Yeah, it is a cove. You can kind of see how it's kind of secluded here, whereas Da Nang, it just goes forever, down and down and down and down. When you're on the Da Nang beach, you can just look miles as far as you can look. Here, that's why I said when we crossed the bridge from the main Nha Trang tourist drop-off spot, it cut off here, and I was like, oh, wow, it's kind of distinguished, or I guess you would call it separated. It kind of feels like that you're, even though this is the same body of water, it feels like you're in a separate area, in my opinion.
I know, it's like, it feels like its own city, and the water is crystal clear here. It's
Very
beautiful
nice.
for snorkeling.
And this, you said, will probably get a little more busier as soon as the sun sets. because
Yeah.
Locals don't come out till the sun comes down.
Oh, the whole place, yeah, all the places will get really busy.